Hey viewers, my name's Cara, and today we are breaking some rules. My self-imposed rules. Usually, the first video that I post on my channel in the new calendar year is my year in review. I say usually, but it used to be the last video of a given year. And then I started doing it as the first video of the next year. And this year, things have gotten in the way, and I'm still working on editing that video. I recorded it in January. And then in February, I was out of town for a while, and then I got very sick for multiple weeks. And then as soon as I felt good enough to be doing video calls and being in meetings again, I have had meeting after meeting for committee after working group, after ritual group, after the next. So I have been waiting to post anything until I get the year in review done, because that's my rule. It's the first thing that I post in the calendar year. And it's close to being done, but I think I've already put like 8 hours of editing into it in multiple sittings, and there's at least another 2-hour editing session ahead of me to finish it up. It might even be longer than that, I don't know, but it's going to be at least 2 more hours. So it's not that far away from being done now. But I've had a dozen more ideas for things that I want to be doing videos about, and I keep telling myself, no, because I haven't done the year in review yet, and that has to go up first. So I have been stalling myself. And so we're breaking the rules today, because the main thing that I took out of the couple of years that I spent with my previous therapist is this idea that when I have created rules for myself, they're not externally imposed rules, they're not society's rules, they're not anybody's laws, it's not somebody else telling me I have to do anything, it's me, like that's something that I came up with for myself, then I have the power to change that. I can break that rule because I decided on it. So even though I'm pretty close to being done with that video, it feels important to me to just do this other thing first, to break that rule, to break that self-imposed rule. The other thing I've been really missing doing is my sort of walkie-talkie vlogs that I used to do, walking out in nature, but I don't live somewhere that I can do that easily. And so today I went on a walk. Yesterday was the Equinox, which is my witchiversary. I've been a practicing witch for approximately 22 years. I count from the first Sabbath ritual or Sabbath just celebration that I did with a group of people when I was 12. So it's been 22 years since that. I've been involved in the reclaiming tradition now for right around 10 years. And it took me about 5 years to get through taking all of the core classes as a student so that I could then begin teaching them. So it's about half of the time that I've been in reclaiming now that I've been teaching and working toward teaching all of the classes, all of the cores, I should say. And so it's really interesting the way that it breaks down, because now I've been involved in reclaiming for about half of the time that I've been a practicing witch, and I've been formally teaching within that tradition for about a quarter of that time. And I've been teaching more informally, as I used to call it, informally educating, here on YouTube and other places, at local pagan pride events, other places that I've had the opportunity to speak, UU churches, guest speaking, things like that. I've been informally educating for, I would say, probably at least 10 years. I mean, I've been on YouTube for 15 or 16 years, but I don't think for the first couple of years that I would say that I was teaching. I was sharing and people were learning from it, but is that the same thing? Maybe not necessarily. So I've consciously been teaching for a little less of that time. But anyway, taking some time reflecting on all of that change and progress, all of the crap that I've been dealing with and going through over the last several years. It's been really, really bad sometimes. It's been really hard. I've been going through a lot of changes. I'll talk about a little bit about that in the year in review video. But yeah, it's just reflecting, and where am I now? It's the spring equinox here in the northern hemisphere, and spring is a time of growth and new growth, regrowth, and renewal. So it's a nice day today. Yesterday was really rainy and gloomy, so I didn't want to go outside. But today it's really nice, so I got outside to walk around for my first really like walk of the season. I went on a little bit of a walk at a park over the winter on a day that wasn't too snowy or cold, but this is my first time like getting out to walk. And I actually found this little park that I didn't know was over here. So, because the thing is, with the walkie-talkie vlogs, I used to just walk around my neighborhood where I used to live when I was a kid, but I lived in the woods. So I don't do that when I'm like in suburban areas or in cities or basically anywhere that I'm in a neighborhood where I would be showing people's houses, because that doesn't feel right. That's not respectful of privacy for them or for me. I'm not trying to put things like that on the internet. So yeah, I didn't know. And then today, because I decided to go out on a walk, I went somewhere that I hadn't gone and I found this park that I didn't know was here. So maybe that means I'll have a place to come and record things sometimes in the future. It's a little bit chilly today, so there's not many people here. There was like one family with a couple of kids over at the playground earlier, and they've gone now. But I imagine when it's nicer out, there's probably gonna be a lot more people here, so then I won't want to come and record and talk to my phone about witchcraft. But yeah, so this was a nice find for today, and I think that's pretty much where I want to leave it for now, because I have so many other things that I do want to say. And I have the year in review video that will be coming soon, but yeah, I was really out of commission for a while because I was out of town, and then I was very sick for longer than I have ever been sick, like a good 3 weeks to almost a month, that I just really couldn't bring myself to do anything. My head was hurting so bad, I was so stuffed up, and I do still deal with insomnia all the time, but I'm kind of keeping my own schedule, so that's a little bit easier. I had to wake up pretty early today though, because I was doing tech for an online event for somebody, so that's been taking up a lot of my week. And like I said, lots of meetings, lots of different groups that I'm part of right now. So I'm trying to get back into not a groove per se, because have I ever really had one of those? Who knows? But just trying to climb back out of the valley, right? Like I did a vlog years ago from my grandmother's property where I was also outside talking, and I was talking about the hills and valleys. And I literally just walked up a hill to get up here to where I am, and I'm about to walk back down a hill. But metaphorically speaking, energetically speaking, I've been not just in a valley, but like deep, deep, deep in a cavern, and just coming back up, you know, popping back up like these spring flowers. The daffodils are opening. So yeah, so there's a lot, and I am carefully discerning what energy I want to put where and when, and what words need to be said and where and when and to whom and how. So that's the update. And for me, the most important thing about this is just breaking that spell. Breaking the spell of the self-imposed rule that the first thing I post has to be the year in review and everything else has to wait. And if it takes me hours and hours and hours to get that done, then oh well. Here we are in mid-March, and it's my first video on the channel.
Here we are in early April, finally editing and posting that video.
I have posted videos on my second channel though, and I've been posting stuff on Patreon, in the Discord, but first main channel video. Thanks for watching and or listening. I will see you next time. Until then, don't forget to be awesome, blessed be, and goodbye for now.